of bubbles from their blowholes. Take this as a sign of aggression. If you ever find yourself kayaking or swimming in
What
the
is
water,
up, YouTube?
leave the area as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'm about to wear my Gay Nomad shoes again.
There you go. It's hard to resist putting this
Pardon me.
guy on your
I haven't traveled in
picture.
forever. I miss it.
But this could be your last photo shoot.
This time I'm traveling in style. I'm getting a
Poison
hotel
dart
room
frog
tonight.
has enough venom to take the lives of 10 adult men.
So, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a very glammed up Gay Nomadic adventure. I've got to get a shower. I've got to figure out what I'm gonna wear on the train. I haven't worn my fuck off belt in a while. I still have it. Yes, good. Perfect.
Everything it touches, and the toxin can remain on those objects for up to a year. Look at this cute Shrek-eyed toy.
Do I want to wear my horny homemaker t-shirt?
Say
No.
hello to one of the few venomous mammals on the planet, the slow loris.
I'm going for leisure.
No wonder that this furry creature is the star of the shadow pet market. But you should read the directions before purchasing it, since a refund is unlikely to be possible. You may have seen this animal raising its hands as if surrendering to the police. You wish. Slow loris has a toxin released from its bronchial gland on the sides of its elbows.
On the trip.
This innocent-looking fluffy
Pumpkin,
takes the
something
venom
fun.
into its mouth to mix it with its saliva.
With
After that, it can rub its hair with the toxin to scare away its rivals.
my favorite little belt
You, a fierce venomous
that I got from
bite that
Spencer's.
you'll never forget. This toxin causes anaphylactic shock.
Haven't
So it's
worn this
dangerous
belt
to
in
you,
ages.
Do you still want to bring
Hope
this
it
cutie
still
home?
fits.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Now, just because the platypus looks like an ancient Pokemon, it doesn't mean you can let your guard down. Male platypuses have a special
I've got to
tool
get a
fight for
shower
mates.
yet.
Hidden sharp spurs on their hind feet. They contain a dose of venom that's fatal to a dog-sized animal. But it doesn't mean you're safe. They can attack humans, too. And the sensation caused by the platypus's venom is described as long-lasting, intense ache that cannot be relieved with conventional medicines. So, never try to pet this cutie. It's not worth it.
Now, I'm going to get a shower. Oh, never mind. I got 12 people watching. How the hell did it jump up to 12 people? Oh, well. Yeah, I'm going to get back into wear my Gay Nomad shoes again. Just once. For about a weekend. It's been so long since I've adventured. Since I'm getting a room, I'm gonna change my bag to something a little bit more classy.
Is it a turtle? Yep, but fear not. It's not gonna hurt you. If you had lived on this same Earth about 72 million years ago, then maybe this
I'm going to see Evil Dead the musical.
Scientists have recently found the fossils of a gigantic marine turtle that
I'm going to be in the splatter zone, which means a lot of fake blood.
If you don't have any idea of how big
White.
that is, let's see some examples.
I got to wear my white.
Of a hippopotamus, 6 golden retrievers, or 2 Michael Jordans stacked on top of each other. The turtle's scientific name is an homage to that old-school sea monster called Leviathan. Maybe you remember this from old-school history lessons.
This is going to be the shirt that I'm going to wear over top of my regular shirt.
Entire ships or people that were deemed too greedy by the creature. Can you imagine being swallowed by this humongous sea turtle?
I'm a bit still.
No, thank you.
Anybody who's all here this morning? Anybody I know?
In 2021, all the way in northeastern Spain. The first fossil was located by a hiker in the Spanish Pyrenees, and it was around 8 inches long. The pelvis of this turtle alone measured around 35 inches. It would definitely be one of the biggest turtles today if it hadn't gone extinct.
Gotta
FYI,
button this up
the
so I can
largest
pull it
living
up
sea
nice and
turtles
neatly.
today can reach
See,
up to
I
6
was
feet in
I was
length,
all set to
which
use
is already pretty
these
big.
clothes and this bag as a pillow, but
How
I
about
found
a
out I'm
gigantic
getting me a
prehistoric
hotel
scorpion?
room tonight.
I
So
bet most
I'm
people
gonna
here
fold
are
this up
not
nice
huge
and
fans of these
neatly
creatures,
and have a
especially
little
since they're
class.
poisonous. Which is why the thought of a 9-foot-long aquatic scorpion might be the
And
stuff of nightmares.
hey, Happy
Let's
Hermit,
just say
good
that if
morning.
you had
I'm
caught
getting a
these some
hotel room,
400 million
so
years ago,
I'm folding my
lakes and
clothes up
rivers
really
would be
nice
much
and
more
neatly
dangerous
and
places
having
for
a little
humans today.
class up in here. Because I was all set to use this, stuff this in. When do I leave? As soon as I get a shower. I'm literally getting ready right now.
Yikes.
So I'm going to be absent from this video for a moment because I'm going to grab a shower while the live stream is running.
Another prehistoric animal that would shock humans if it were still alive is the so-called
And
Megatherium, a gigantic sloth.
then I will be
This huge sloth
heading
is
out.
believed to have grown up
I
to
might
20 feet
I might
long,
continue the
and its
live
weight
stream
could
though.
be up to 8,000 pounds.
But yeah,
It was
I
found
literally
in the
just woke up,
woodlands
my
and
alarm
grasslands
went
of
off,
South America.
and
The creature
so
used to stand
I
on its
woke
2
up,
feet
I
or to
shaved,
reach leaves
I'm
on high
getting,
branches.
I'm gonna grab my
These
shower,
giant sloths had huge claws
and
that
head
helped them
off.
climb trees. I gotta say, I feel uncomfortable
You know
imagining
what?
these elephant-sized sloths climbing trees.
I'm getting a hotel room.
Oh,
It's
of
not
course.
like I'm sleeping in the cemetery.
Some
I'm gonna have a little
dinosaurs will
glass, I'm
take on
gonna have a cup of
supersized
coffee.
creatures. But before that,
Fuck it.
here's a fun fact. Did you know
The
some
Gay
dinosaurs
Nomad
are
is now
still alive
riding in
today?
style.
Scientists have proven that birds
Hell
are
yeah.
classified as theropod dinosaurs. Such
This is gonna
infamous
go over
creatures as
top
T-Rex
of
and
the shirt that I'm
Velociraptor
wearing.
belonged to this group.
I always have to have a button-up
I'm sure
shirt
you've heard these names even
over
before
top.
you
This
watched
this
Jurassic
shirt's gonna
Park.
get fucked.
The
By the
Velociraptor
way.
is that scary dino that breaks into the kitchen. Well, they evolved, gained some feathers, and turned into various species of birds we know today. That means that any bird from chickens to those little blue ones is a direct descendant of dinosaurs. Now, does the name Spinosaurus ring a bell? You can see this huge dinosaur in some museums today. It's fossil.
Honey, you know, I'm gonna go live. I'm definitely doing that. That's awesome. Thank you.
Actually,
So,
walk its land
and
water.
I cannot go to a Broadway show
This dino
or a
was said to
musical
fly.
without
It fed mostly on meat,
my
which
Bella.
means humans would be its natural prey if it lived today. This meat-eating dino lived around
And then
90
here-
to 100 million years ago. It was about 60 feet long, 12 feet high, and weighed
Here
up
is
to
my shirt
22
that I'm
tons.
gonna be wearing.
Its head was around the size of 8 bowling balls and was shaped like a crocodile's face. Basically, the Spinosaurus was a big African elephant with the face of a crocodile.
And now
Just kidding. But that would look funny, wouldn't it?
I'm gonna be
A much more
off
attractive
screen
dino
for
was
about
It's considered to be the largest dinosaur that has ever lived on our planet.
I'm gonna be
What made
off
it so
screen.
big was its extremely long neck and very long
Thank you,
tail.
Happy Hermit. I'm gonna be off screen for about 15
You might want to
minutes.
stand behind
So,
the stage, believe me.
Happy Hermit, if you would, if anybody asks where I'm at, tell them I'm in the
This
shower.
creature lived
Um,
around 100 million years
I
ago, and its fossils were first
am
found in Argentina around 2012.
Going to get a shower, then I'm gonna grab a cup of coffee
120
and
feet from
shower.
head to tail, which made it almost as big as an American football field in width. And have I mentioned it weighed almost as much as a space shuttle? A staggering 75 tons. If it had been a carnivore, it would have
Gotta
probably
get my
been the
wallet.
greatest predator. But this big guy was a peaceful herbivore
inside.
that had such a long neck
Bam.
that it could eat leaves from high trees.
Oh.
Cute, right?
This wallet looks old and ratty, and it is, because this wallet is the only thing that I've carried with me for the past 3 or more years. This is the only thing that I have from home that I've carried with me every single day.
But there was a specific strand of this species that
Holy shit, I found a quarter in my bag.
about the size of the great blue whale. This made it the biggest marine
What the
reptile
fuck?
ever lived. A fun fact about the Shastasaurus is that scientists believe it didn't even have teeth. which means it could only feed on soft-bodied prey, such as squid, for example. The next
But what the
animal on
fuck?
our list is the blue whale.
Pollinate?
Animal on Earth actually started small.
Ah,
The average mature
well,
blue
yo, I got pollinate.
That's more or less the weight of 40
Oh my god, I got pollinate.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Ah,
670 average.
oh, son of a bitch.
Blue whales have
There
to
is
eat up
pollinate in
to
my bag.
200 per day to support
Hey,
that body.
son of a bitch.
That's the equivalent of 30,000 big fish.
Oh my god, there is pollinate. You never ever get a second hand bag.
They
Never.
actually evolved from a four-legged
Fuck,
mammal
I got
that
pollinate in my
lived
bag.
48 million years ago. Their ancestor was called Pachycetus, and it was only
Wow, son of a bitch.
to be able to live in our water as one does today. The blue
It's too damn early for this shit.
A blue whale can replace up to 80
Fuck, you
to
got
90%
pollinate
of
in my
oxygen
bag.
lungs each time
Pollinate.
they breath.
Got pollinate.
A human replaces only up to 15%
The
for
fuck do I get pollinate in my bag?
Animals to dive for up to 1 hour at a
fuck.
time, down to a staggering depth of 330
Yeah,
feet.
fuck the shower. I'm getting the coffee.
Elephants were bound to make
It's
the list.
too damn early. It is
Elephants are
too
currently the
damn
largest
early.
land animals on Earth.
Wow,
They can grow to
pollinate.
13 feet tall and weigh up to 7 tons. That's pretty small if we compare it to the other animals that once lived on Earth, right? But if we placed a 6-foot-tall human next to an elephant, we'll see it's not at all that small. African elephants are bigger than their close relatives, Asian elephants, and they have a similar lifespan to humans, up to 70 years. Pokemon might have made us collectively wish that salamanders were real-life dragons, although they're not. They can still be pretty cool, though. There's a giant species of salamander that is known to be the largest living amphibian. They can grow to be as long as a regular-sized human, reaching up to 6 feet. I bet that wouldn't be a pleasant underwater encounter. There are sharks that glow in the dark. For example, swell sharks. They live in the dark ocean depths, almost 1,700 feet under the surface. No one knows why exactly, but they emit a fluorescent glow only other swell sharks can see. Scientists detected the glow because they used filters that blocked out yellow light. They think that could be the way for these big fish to communicate with their buddies. This glow helps sharks fight infections on a microbial level. Cowbirds have secret passwords they use to recognize each other. They're a specific type of parasite bird since they lay their eggs in other bird species' nests. The young cowbirds have an inner mechanism where they recognize their species singing, like some sort of secret password only they know. That's how they manage to find others of their kind. A grizzly bear has an incredibly strong bite. It may look cute, but
How the fuck does a person get pollinate? It's 4:30 in the morning here.
its bite force
And I'm sitting here digging pollinate out of a bag.
it can crush a bowling ball.
Hello.
Some animals have skin-deep stripes, and others have
Yeah, it's too early. I'm getting the coffee. I'll get a shower after I finish this
like
coffee.
their skin is as well. It's the same with some other furry
The
big
fuck did I
cats,
get
like
pollinate out of my bag?
giraffes and zebras are in the second group, since they have patterns
Man.
on their coats. Speaking of zebras, do you think that black
Am I
and
even
white stripes or white with
should I
black
save that a
stripes?
little bit?
At first, it really looks like the second option is correct. Their black stripes mostly end towards the inside of their legs and on their bellies. And the rest
Hello, Minecraft.
but that's not true.
I just got pollinate out of my bag.
Stripes. All of their fur, both white and black, grows from follicles that have something called melanocyte cells. All animals have these cells. They produce a pigment
That's
called
cute.
melanin, and it gives color to their hair and skin. When it comes to zebras, chemical messages
This-
tell which melanocytes send
It's
pigment to which
it's
area of fur.
it's called I need a haircut.
Black and white pattern. But white is not actually its own pigment. It's an absence of
Just
melanin.
getting too long.
So,
You know, I have really softened up. I used to rock a man bun, and I'm thinking this is too long.
Crime scenes. It doesn't seem like they have a lot in common with humans, but take a closer
Oh,
look at their
God.
necks. They have distinctive loops and arches. So
But yeah, I'll do a live stream from my hotel room tonight. I'll probably do,
ghost crabs growl.
I'm probably gonna do some live streams while I'm on the train and
They do it using teeth in their stomachs.
maybe walk around Kansas City doing a little bit.
They'll defend themselves if you
I
try
do
fighting
miss,
with
ooh!
their claws. If that doesn't work, they'll go for fearsome growling noises like dogs. But the noise is coming from
Why shouldn't I be? I talked to a psychic too.
Ghost crabs produce the same noise when they're grinding up.
The psychic said I'm gonna be famous.
Speaking of teeth,
I'm gonna have a boyfriend, and I'm going to. So there's no reason why I shouldn't be in a good mood.
or tooth that grows from the inside of their jaw. It has up to 10 million nerve endings. And they're unprotected, which means its tusk is
Beer?
very sensitive to any type of contact.
I'm not a beer drinker myself. I am more of
Usually don't have many nerve
a
endings.
Four Loco,
95% of
barefoot.
humans are right-handed. And it's the same with bottlenose dolphins. There
Um,
are even more right-handed ones among them.
anything
than among
fruity and
humans.
sweet.
During one study,
Just like
scientists
me.
found that bottlenose dolphins turn to their left side over 99% of the time.
I think of myself as an alcohol. I may be fruity and sweet, but you mess with me, and I'll definitely sneak up on you later.
More cool facts from the ocean. Did you know humpback whales use bubbles when they go after their prey? You might think they don't.
Oh,
use
it's
any
just
special
it's
methods
just
to determine
background
how
noise.
large they are.
See,
But when they're lurking
part
for
of
prey in the
okay,
open waters,
the thing that stemmed from being the Gay Nomad.
a bubble net technique. While swimming in an
I love long hair on a guy. Don't get me wrong. I love something I can just run my fingers through when I'm in bed with him. I'm a slut. But no, I digress. What happened when I was living on the street? I got so used to crickets chirping. Hey Jay Rich, how's it going? I got so used to crickets chirping, cars whizzing by, people chattering when I go to sleep that I cannot be in my apartment without something talking. And I am not going to plug in my animatronics, so.
They can surely be proud of their
Oh, that might be my finger. Anyway,
think it's not enough for scratching.
is that better?
Researchers noticed they tend to spontaneously take a small wooden stick to scratch an itchy spot.
So anyway,
There's a special type of ant that only lives in a small part.
yeah, when I was on the streets,
The Broadway medians at
I,
the 63rd
I was
and
always
76th
I was always
streets, the area
hearing
he's calling crickets
cars
decided
whizzing
was the
by,
best
people
spot for that.
talking,
The Manhattan.
the sounds of
Looks like
the
it's
sounds
from
of
Europe,
nature,
but no European
frogs,
species can actually match
crickets.
it.
So being here in my apartment, I get panic attacks.
But it looks like it.
Like I'll start panicking if I have to hear silence. I can't. I don't know. It's something changed in me. Like I cannot go to bed or function at all without my TV being on or something making noise, like some sort of talking. So I always have to have this thing talking. It terrifies me if there's if there's nothing going on but the air conditioning.
They're born gray, and that's how
So,
they would stay if it weren't for their diet of blue
it's just
algae and shrimp.
always a podcast or
Have a specific
somebody
natural
telling
color,
stories
which is why
or.
flamingo feathers turn pink over time.
But typically, I do like to listen to the Darwin Awards. I know most gays like the Tonys or the Oscars, but I like the Darwins because I'm very cynical that way.
Also have stronger social ties than we think. They like to socialize, and they make long-lasting friendships. One
Hark,
research even
I
discovered
hear
their heart rate
my water's done.
significantly increased as
Time
a
for my
sign of
coffee.
stress when they're separated from their BFFs. Imagine you could simply freeze yourself.
Already got my shit ready for the coffee here.
Listening to your teeth chatter and trying to tighten your jacket.
I am slightly hungry too.
Aquatic frogs mostly hibernate underwater and spend most
The
of their
green,
day
I've been enjoying,
or some other body of water.
doing laundry
So,
last night.
frogs are generally cold-blooded, which means the temperature of their body takes on the temperature of their surroundings.
Which reminds me, before I leave,
Frogs can freeze during the winter because of a high
I gotta hang all these clothes back up on the shower
Once they
curtain.
unfreeze, they continue as if nothing happened.
Eek!
Octopuses have 3 hearts and blue blood.
Oh, I knew that. I had a pet octopus once. True story, I had a pet octopus back in high school. Here we go. Hot water for my coffee.
Something else. An octopus even tastes with its arms. They have cells in their suckers that enable the arms to touch and taste in a way that they detect chemicals marine
Oh
creatures
god,
produce.
I want another
That way,
octopus.
an octopus can distinguish prey from rocks.
They are my favorite sea creature, by the way. I love the octopus. I don't choke often.
These ants set up their camps right under your feet. They're quick to swarm.
You know,
fiercely protective of their
carbs just may
They
be
show
my
no mercy
soulmate.
to intruders. Their stings are rated about 1.2 on the Schmidt Insect Sting Index, where 4 is the maximum. It
This
feels like
somewhere.
a sudden jolt, but the sensations are less burning than when a bee stings you. They originated in tropical regions like Central and South America, but now you can find them even in some temperate zones like North America. In their colonies, fire ants have a strict hierarchy: a queen, winged males, and females,
There.
and different types of workers. They communicate through chemicals.
That's not muffled, is it?
The most famous member of this genus is the red imported fire ant. They've come from South
I
America
get that a
and
lot.
invaded the southern U.S.
People always tell me I look like somebody.
Making farming difficult and damaging crops. It's almost impossible to control them. And on top of that, there's now the rise of another invasive species, the tawny crazy ant. This one poses a threat to native ecosystems. Turns out ants can be dangerously unfriendly. Colorful blister beetles are among the 10 most dangerous insects in the world. Luckily, they're not lethal to humans unless they go for you in a big pack. However, they pose a serious threat to large animals, such as horses. Blister beetles produce a toxin called cantharidin, which causes skin blistering in humans. In the past, people believed it could treat warts and even rabies, and some even used it in love potions. However, it's a risky game. In the 1950s, a man was jailed for giving cantharidin-laced candies to 2 women, resulting in a tragic outcome. These beetles are not to be messed with. Handling them or ingesting them is very
I
dangerous.
put a little
They're attracted to alfalfa and
dash
hay.
of chocolate
If a
syrup in my
forest
coffee.
eats either of those, even a few beetles can release enough cantharidin to end it. This cute
Make it a little
caterpillar
bit
from
of a
South
mocha.
America is called Linomia obliqua, and it's the most dangerous caterpillar on Earth. It's responsible for several fatalities due to its potent venom. It's the larval stage of the giant silkworm moth. When it grows up, it becomes a beautiful and harmless silkworm. But
Randy?
if you see them as youngsters, it's better to stay away.
My
This
uncle's
toxicity
name
stems
is
from
Randy. In
venom-injected
Tennessee.
bristles. They serve as a defense mechanism against predators. The poison messes up how your blood clots and can cause really bad symptoms like burning feelings, throwing up, kidney problems, and sometimes even lethal outcomes. A single bite probably won't lead to anything horrifying. It delivers only a tiny amount of venom. But these caterpillars
Not bad, not bad at all.
good at camouflage. This increases the risk of multiple stings.
Oh.
Locusts themselves aren't dangerous to humans. They're ordinary, loud grasshoppers. But they're infamous for their swarming behavior. These swarms
well.
often happen when there's a dry period with no rain, and then suddenly a lot of rain falls and plants
No,
are growing fast.
My
Once
uncle
it's
lives
nearly
in
impossible to
Tennessee,
stop, they can become a destructive force within minutes.
Knoxville.
Throughout history, locust plagues have been devastating.
With my Aunt Pam. My Aunt Pam, let me tell you, she is
What's
fucking
interesting is that
gorgeous.
the term locust can mean different things depending on where you're from.
My favorite
In some
movie,
places, we're talking
probably
about
Mamma
6
Mia.
units, which are
Either
also
Mamma
known for
Mia,
loud sounds.
Caddyshack,
But
or The Odd
troglodytes are
Couple.
ancient creatures, relatively
Or King Kong
unchanged
versus
since the
Godzilla.
Triassic era. They're among the
Or
oldest
Return of the
insects
Living
on
Dead.
Earth.
Ooh, anybody else hear about the Return of the Living
Wasps
Dead
or their
remake that they're
toothed beaks
doing?
can be extremely dangerous,
So
especially
Christmas, I'll be at the
when exposed
movies.
to their stings.
Because
The
I am a
Asian giant
huge
parrot
fan
is
of the
the
Return of the
largest
Living
of
Dead
wasps. It
series.
can reach up to 2 inches
Obviously,
in size.
I'm
It
literally
packs a
getting
powerful
ready to
venom
go
that
all
can
the way to
cause
Kansas
serious
City
discomfort
to
and
go
even
see
spray
Evil
into
Dead,
people's eyes.
the musical.
There's an even more venomous species in the Philippines called Vespa luctuosa, not to be confused with Expecto Patronum. Any Harry Potter fans? Anyway,
Now,
fatalities
am I
because
missing
of
anything?
wasps or
Ooh,
bees are rare,
yeah.
but not unheard of. In the UK,
Always gotta
about 2
carry my,
people
take my
pass
vapes
away
with me.
each year from bee or wasp sting reactions.
I don't need no damn
Always
pollen.
stay cautious. All these insects are very territorial and will fiercely defend their hives. When provoked, they signal danger to nearby bees and instigate a mass defense effort. If you need to handle them, it's best to call professionals.
Yeah, napkins, huh? You never know when you need
A
one.
flea
My
is
God,
tiny
I've
and
turned into my
humble,
mother.
but it left a colossal impact on human history and health. They're not just annoying pests, they're notorious carriers of various human conditions and are responsible for some of the worst outbreaks in history. Back in the 14th century, I forget where I was, but the bubonic plague wiped out over 25
Now this is
million
a
people in
lot
Europe,
better.
and fleas were a big part of spreading it. Fleas spend their lives
That's all I
searching
need.
for warm-blooded hosts to feed
Right
on,
there.
whether it's reptiles, mammals, pets, or humans. Despite
Can I
their tiny
adjust
size
this?
and absence of wings, they make up for it with impressive jumping abilities.
Yes, I
They
can.
leap 6 feet and jump over 1,200 feet in the air.
Boom.
A flea bite might seem like a minor
That's
annoyance,
all I need.
causing itching and inflammation, but a lot of them can lead to anemia in their hosts. Of course, the most dangerous
Got my
part
bag
of
all
them
packed,
is the
ready to
viruses,
go.
bacteria, and worms they transmit. Kissing bugs mostly live in both Americas, with smaller populations in Africa and Asia. Despite the friendly name, they're great at passing on bacteria, viruses, and parasites. One of the parasites they carry is Trypanosoma cruzi. It's the culprit behind illnesses that affect millions globally and claim
I've
thousands of
heard
lives each
everything.
year. What's interesting is that symptoms don't often appear until 10 or 30 years after being bitten. They typically manifest as heart failure, digestive
Now that
issues,
is
or
some good
nervous system
coffee.
problems. They don't actually kiss
Put a
you,
little
they
Hershey
suck on
syrup
you
in
and
it.
are attracted to their prey by breath. If you breathe through your mouth, you're a target. They're messy biters, often biting
God
erratically
damn.
and almost uncontrollably, which only adds to their unsettling nature.
Hmm.
Many have heard of the tsetse fly, an unusual and scary insect from
That is some good
tropical
shit.
Africa. These flies are carrier ones annually than any other animal.
Now we're gonna be pixelated, probably,
These little insects
because of
of
spectrum.
entire civilizations. For example, malaria significantly.
Yep. That sucks. That's why I'm not paying for Spectrum this month, because they buffer too much. Sorry, not gonna pay for something. Not gonna pay for something that is worse than dial-up. I have to constantly keep going in and out of. You know what? I'll bet I get better Wi-Fi tonight at my motel room. What do you all bet? Gonna have an uninterrupted live stream tonight. Fuck this shitty ass Wi-Fi. I ain't paying for Spectrum. No, I'm not doing that. Oh my god, this coffee is to die for. I make one hell of a barista. Well, you know it goes with the Gay Nomad territory, right? So, when I was the Gay Nomad, which I am getting back into those shoes, but I'm doing the Gay Nomad a little style today. I'm going out in style. Because I'm getting a hotel room tonight. I'm going to be relaxing. Oh my god, it's going to be totally different. It's like the Gay Nomad 2.0. But I digress. So, when I was traveling abroad and everything, Hi, Margaret.
We can
Oh my God, Gremlins. That is one of my favorite movies. I love that, Robert.
that it's not just the mosquitoes themselves that
So,
are dangerous.
when I was the Gay Nomad, I used to